So what do students have the right to in our schools? And this is all students. So all students have the right to privacy. They have the right to keep their gender status private, even from their parents. So as we're looking through how we support students, we cannot disclose information without the student's explicit permission. And that is for everybody in a school site. So that is teachers, counselors, administrators, everybody. Our students have the right to privacy. So when students come up to you as a trusted adult and give you information, one of the biggest questions you can ask is, does anybody else know? And would you like me to share this information with anybody? Do you need my help? Do you need my support? Do you just need me to be a cheerleader on your team? Do you just need someone to trust in? If they just need you to trust in them and be a thought partner with them, you can't go and share that information with anybody else. So as a teacher, you could go to your principal and say, hey, I'm looking for resources on how to support students who XYZ, but you can't say, hey, Laura came up to me the other day and she mentioned that she's really thinking about, gender identity in such a way that she might want to be transitioning, because that outs Laura. And you can't do that. So all students have the right to privacy, even as young as TK and even from their parents, which can be really hard for folks to sit with sometimes and can get a little bit tricky. In most scenarios that I have come across in all of my time, parents are in the know and parents are coming forth and looking for support for their students. But there are situations where students say, my parents cannot know. And if they did, it would not be safe for me. So we have to really honor that. And that's our legal obligation currently in the state of California. All kids also have the right to names, pronouns, and records of their choosing, so their preferred name and pronouns. We cannot change it on legal documents, so transcripts, our student information systems we can't change everything to their preferred name without a court order, but we can enter and use preferred names and pronouns. So on rosters, preferred names can be used. We can use preferred pronouns so that students are not outed, particularly with substitutes. We want to make sure that our substitutes have the right language to use when acknowledging our students. But those can be updated in our systems. And accessibility. All kids have the ability to access the space that correlates with their preferred gender. So this means sports teams, locker rooms, bathrooms, etc. Sometimes folks say, well, does this mean that kids get to choose? One day they get to go here and one day they get to go here. No, that's not the case, right? We really are looking for, how do we know where kids are? And so when we're assigning a locker room and we're having a conversation with the student that says, what locker room do you prefer? It's because we need to know where that kid is. We need to know who's responsible for caring for that student. And if that changes, we need to have a conversation and be able to move through that so everybody knows how to keep this kid safe.